Hey guys, HW. Just standing in Carrington Street, which runs onto Margaret Street down there. There's one of the big double-decker buses come past. And for the first time today, I've spied this little alleyway here, which is called Brookfield Place. So I'm going to sneak through there because that'll get me through to George Street. I had to come into the office today, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to quickly come through the city, grab a Nectar. I'll be having a Nectar on my Pat Malone today because none of my buddies are working in the city today, but that's all right. As I was coming across the bridge, I spied out of the east side of the bridge down in the harbour that the Walt Disney cruise ship was in town, and it's the first time that Disney Cruises has come to Australia apparently. So maiden voyage to Australian waters. But reading a bit about it, I heard that it had sailed from Vancouver to Hawaii and then to Australia and Sydney, where it's going to base itself out of for a while and do a few cruises. And it's also going to get to Melbourne and Brisbane as well. And then even, I think, maybe New Zealand. But don't quote me on that, it was only a quick squiz. I'm actually quite surprised walking down George Street here now that there's so many people about, because it is after lunch. Lunch should be over, but all the punters are still walking around, both shopping and still eating and drinking. Temperature in Sydney today is a bit over 22 degrees Celsius, so let's say 72 Fahrenheit. So a much cooler day than what we've been having. The wind is from the south and oscillating to the southeast, so thus the cooler temperature. So I thought what we'd do is, I was going to go and grab a Nectar first in Pitt Street at a coffee chain that we've been to before. It's only a little coffee chain, they've only got like 4 or 5 stores. But we'll grab a coffee there first, and I'm thinking that I might have a filtered coffee. So I think last time we went to this joint that also has a shop in York Street, I think I had a flat white there. So when we go to their other store, or one of their other stores, which is in Pitt Street, let's have a filtered coffee. And then after that we'll get down to Circular Quay and have a look at the Disney ship. Now I'm not actually sure exactly where this... Well, I'll tell you where we're going. We're going to Leibel. We have been to Leibel in York Street before, but we haven't been to Leibel in Pitt Street. So let's get down there and have a look. I must remember that as I walk through Martin Place, that the musicians are allowed to have quite a loud amp. Excuse me. It won't be long, I guess, now that we're in November. It's the 1st of November today. These flowers will make way for the big Christmas tree in Martin Place. So I look forward to see what that's going to look like this year. going to be able to see it on the camera, but there's a window washer hanging off the top of that building there, just with a couple of ropes. Now that's a scary occupation. Lugging my laptop around after being in the office and all my other gear as well, so my shoulder's going to be sore once I get back onto the train. I might be wrong, but I'm guessing that Liebel might be in one of these foyers of one of these buildings. So I'll have to have a look in each one. Not that one. What about the NBA shop? No, it's not in there. Maybe it's in the Adidas shop. Or as you Americans like to say, Adidas. It's not in that building either. Might have to ask someone. Just give me a sec. Laugh out loud. I just walked through that foyer into the laneway here below the MLC Centre and turned left, and bang, there it is there. So let's give it a go. Alright, I've ordered the batch brew. Here it is here. What does it say this? Oh, jeez, I need my glasses. It says it's going to have the tropical flavour of tropical fruits, pineapple, apple, something else. So let me fill it up.
No, it's alright, I'll do that. Yeah,
I'm struggling to get a cup here.
Oh yeah? You got all the good stuff.
Struggling to get a full cup out of this. Alright, turns out I got the last bit of batch brew. So, give you a look at this place a bit. There's some seats in the back there. Here's the baristas in action. Now let me hook up the camera over here and I'll drink this. Cheers. Alright, so I can definitely taste the pineapple. Let me get a photo of the ingredients. Oh, it's gone. Definitely fruity, that's for sure. So another option for you, label in between the MLC Centre and Pitt Street. That's King Street over there that you can see. Alright, finished in Liebel. Let's get walking down to Circular Quay and see this Disney ship. First time in Sydney, so might as well take the opportunity to check it out. This is Rowe Street, by the way. And now into Pitt. I tell you what, that filtered coffee was nice, but I pretty much ended up with the dregs because I was the last one to get a cup out of it. So I wasn't real keen on the coffee granules floating in it. Is this microphone working? Should have checked before I started recording. Yeah, it looks like it. I suppose some of these people walking around with shopping bags have come off the ship. Sort of mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. This one here, this Telstra Exchange building here, that's 76 to 78 Pitt Street. This is definitely built to withstand a nuclear blast. Did a tour of that one day, and that was one of the stats that was thrown up. wanted to know what the price of that batch coffee that I just had at Liebel. It was $4.50 Australian. So not the most expensive and not the cheapest either. Let's see if I can cross here. Be some of my microphone cable just flip in front of the lens then. Just flicked it up because of this bloody fly annoying me. I can't recall now, it was either Monday night. Yeah, it was Monday night. I'm pretty sure it was Monday night. The temperature didn't drop below 25 degrees Celsius all night. Closer to the coast, you'd expect it to be a bit cooler, but it didn't drop below 26. And I just so happened to be up late, and when I had a look at 11 p.m, it was 25 degrees at my joint. And then I happened to wake up at 4 a.m. and it was still the same temperature. It's disgusting. That brings in the flies. So Sydney's been covered with swarms of flies for the past couple of days. And even though it's cool today, they're still around. As I swat another one off my face. When we get down to Circular Quay, I'll tell you a bit more about this cruise liner. I just had a quick squeeze on Google. I'm not an expert on cruise liners, but I'll tell you a little bit about it. Here we are on Pitt Street. Getting to that time of the day where the lights change over and give a longer green to get all the traffic out of the city. Here we go. That obviously jumped off the ship, that guy back there. It reminded me of a YouTube video that I saw a couple of months ago for a professional cruise ship passenger who said that over the years he's changed his habits. He used to carry a lot of camera equipment around, but these days all he takes is his iPhone, because the cameras in the mobiles are so good these days. Don't need to be carrying around specialty camera gear. Look at that joint over there. Hello. Let's check out this Nectar joint. This might be one to hit on another day. What's it called? Associate Espresso. Well, well, well. That looks alright. We'll be coming back there one day. Oh, there's another one. Bar Bellacino. Yeah, I think I like the look of that other one though. We're almost down to Circular Quay. Don't panic. Don't leave me yet. Stay with me. Need to get out of this direct sun though. GoPro won't like that.
It might be blocked.
Hey man, I'll give you a call back. There's a few ship passengers enjoying a lager in the ship inn here. Tell you what, it's only 21 degrees Celsius, 72 Fahrenheit, but it's still quite warm in the sun. Here we go. Oh, look at them all tucking into the ice cream. If you want to know, it's $7.20 for one scoop for ice cream back there. Know how that compares to the rest of the world? How much do you pay for a scoop of ice cream and you're out your way? Let me know in the comments. Let's follow this bin chicken up here. Get closer to the cruise liner. All the buskers are out, trying to fleece the cruise ship passengers. I don't know what they do these days. Have they got a barcode that you can scan to give them money? Like, who carries cash around? There's a few other people down here getting pics of the cruise ship with the opera house in the background. That lady almost bailed me over. There we go. I can see Mickey Mouse on the front of the boat there. Captain Mickey. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you a bit about the boat, wasn't I? So it's the Disney Wonder, this one, this particular ship. I think it came out of Italy in 1999, out of a shipyard there. Let me get my phone out so that I can read you a little bit more about it. Yeah, it came out of a shipyard in Italy apparently. Its maiden voyage was August 15, 1999. It's got a capacity of 2,713 guests. Gross tonnage of 84,000 tons. 875 staterooms. It's 984 feet. 106 feet beam, whatever that means. 171.5 feet height. Oh look, there's a Disney flag up the top there. Now let me put my phone away. Let's get walking and check out some more. People taking one of the cycle tours. This is the coffee carts generator here. There it is, the Disney Wonder. It's the logo anyway. So yeah, I was looking at the packages available. They got some packages available in January next year for 3 night cruises. And they were starting at $3,500 Australian. Now I avoid ships and cruises like the plague myself. Because I get seasick. I always remember that crossing I took between Holyhead in Wales one year and Dublin. I crossed over in like 10 feet surf or waves with a test case because the cruise had been sidelined for a number of days. And never been so sick in my life. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was actually green. There's a couple more Mickey logos on the... I don't even know what you call those. What do you call them? Smokestacks or something? You can tell I know a lot about ships. And I always confuse the stern and the bow and all that nonsense. So I'll just use my own terminology. Let's get down the end of the ship and have a look at the inscription on the back. Hopefully there's a big Mickey Mouse on that as well. Got all the overseas passenger terminal blocked off. Plenty of security around. I noticed one of the security ladies had a pair of Mickey hands, big pair of Mickey Mouse hands that she was using to point the passengers around. I might just flick the camera off here as we get to the back of the ship. It's quite sunny here. And I'll join you again over there outside the hotel. I've only got 2% battery left. I'll have to change battery, but hopefully I'll get this ship in before we lose charge. But yeah, I can see the back of the boat now and the Disney Wonder, and it's got Donald Duck and one of the kids. I don't know what all the Disney characters are, but there you go. That's the back of the ship anyway, as it's docked in Circular Quay. There's a wedding going on over here. Unusual day to have a wedding, but anyway. It's a nice looking yacht just here. The Aquarius. So yeah, I might get oh, there's that bike tour. I might get over here and change my battery on the bench. Alright, whack the new battery in. Outside the Park Hyatt here. This is the Park Hyatt, this strange shaped building. I saw the back of the helmets on these cyclists. The bike tour company is called Bonza. Look at the way the water glistens off the yacht there. It's beautiful. Thinking on the way back to the train would just walk through the rocks. Be a fair few of the cruise passengers milling around the rocks, no doubt. I'd hug this footpath over the other side of the road. I've been along the other footpath before. I can smell some of the food being cooked around here. Smells delicious. I'm a bit hungry. I've only had like a couple of pieces of toast today so far. We're almost at the end of the day. Look at all these boxes of wine here. And gin. Oh, here's some more. Case after case of rosé and gin. But you think in the last couple of days I might finally get around to putting together a channel trailer. Given a little bit of thought to it, but then at the same time I'm thinking, sort of what format I'll do it in. I'm thinking that even though all my videos are filmed in 4K, I'm thinking that I might actually, to get all of the components in, I might actually just do it in 1080p, the trailer. And it seems to work best for most people anyway. Even my TV at home, which is supposed to be 4K, when I watch the 4K vids on it, it doesn't really perform that well. It plays a lot better on the laptop. Southerly breeze is starting to kick up now. It's nice though. Even though I've been down to the rocks like 10 million times over my life living in Sydney, I still see something new every day, or every time I come here. It's the lice. The lice have got all their cars out. That number 1 Circular Quay is starting to build up now. You can see the couple of centre columns there, probably going to be lift shafts. Service shafts are starting to pop up. Lots of good places to have Nectar along George Street here. Back of the Contemporary Museum of Art. Coming up on the Fortune of War, Sydney's oldest pub. So a few people sitting up at the back of in the back room of the pub there. Right, I might cross over here, look down into Circular Quay at the Jacarandas again and say goodbye to you there. And there they are. A few jacaranda trees that dot Circular Quay. A few people having a snooze on the grass, looking at their phones, scrolling through their phones. So thanks for coming on the little skirt today. See you in the next vid. The video is over.